Welcome to this episode of ServidiOhs. I'm Sam. I'm your host. I will talk to you. You will listen. We're going to talk about Boys Season 5 so far. But real quick, I was watching some studies, right? You know, like when a kid's like annoying or being like, loud and fussy, and then a parent just wants to shut them up and give them a little tablet or something like that, and it actually works. And you're like, hell yeah, I did it. I'm a good parent. Maybe you're not a good parent. There's studies that actually show that it ruins the white matter in their brain, messes up their cognitive abilities and such. A lot of people don't really put two and two together, right? Because it's entertaining. You know, the kids like, oh, they're loving their little game, or they're watching Barney or whatever the hell the little kids watch these days. And it pacifies them. So you just, you don't really think anything of it. There's like millionaires and billionaires. Like I think even Steve Jobs or whatever, they're like, yeah, I don't give my kids electronics or, like no smartphones, no tablets or nothing like that. And I actually heard that and I was like, yeah, that actually makes sense. But I didn't know in depth how it messes you up. But yeah, since 2010, uptick messes up the white matter in their brains. Not only that, if you really think about it, if they're like addicted to something like that early in life, that's not good. And on top of that, you get more entertained by this little thing sitting there. You're not bored and trying to figure out things to do. That builds the brain. That actually makes you figure things out. Oh, what am I going to do? Hey, I'm going to pretend. Pretending. That makes your brain work, And, I mean, when I was a little kid, I wanted to be a Ninja Turtle, running around in my backyard doing ugly flips and shitty karate moves and stuff like that. And I even made my own berry factory with my friends, My brain was working.
So white matter in the brain is a material called myelin. So what myelin does is it wraps around the axons of neurons and acts like an insulator, a conductor, not too dissimilar to the plastic coating of a wire. So if we're seeing deficits in myelin production early in life, we're probably seeing deficits in neural connectivity.
The study shows the more screen time a child is exposed to, the greater the loss of white matter.
It's messed up, huh? Thought you were a good parent, but you ain't. You're terrible. No, I'm kidding. You're not terrible, but you just didn't know, right? So watch out for shit like that. And then not only that you're doing this and you're not expanding their imagination and making them figure things out, and you're just pacifying them and basically keeping them occupied the whole time while you're not raising them, they'll grow up kind of like hermits. They sit in their house. And then when you become a teen, if you had a tablet when you're a kid, you're not really eager to go out and do things or figure things out or use your imagination or meet new people. You see your people through a screen, and then your brain sucks because it drained your white matter or messed up the white matter in your brain. So that being said, we're going to have a bunch of adults not wanting to meet each other, not wanting to play around. No babies are going to be made because everybody's going to be afraid to meet each other and date and stuff like that. So I see it as a big-ass problem, and I'm glad that the studies are out. But, is that going to be shown to everybody? Are you going to shut your kid up and give them a tablet? Or are you going to give your teenager a smartphone? And then when they start figuring out stuff, talk to strangers online, it actually gives an uptick in depression, self-harm, suicide rates go up, because the internet raises them. But anyways, on a lighter note, moving on. Did you guys see that viral video of Nick Fuentes? That lady's knocking at his door at his home trying to harass his ass because they doxed him and people knew where he lived. And because the media is like, he's a Nazi. You better get that Nazi. And, the stupid people that just get brainwashed and they're like, I must kill a Nazi or harass a Nazi. Remember, punch a Nazi in the face. You get crazies. So a bunch of people were going to his house, harassing him. This lady goes up to the door. She goes and knocks, puts a camera in his face. This shit's hilarious. Check this out.
Hi. Oh, my God. What are you doing?
What are you doing? He looks so annoyed. Gotta come out of my house for this.
Yeah. You get what you fucking deserve. Don't do that shit. You don't go to people's front doors. You don't know him. You don't know him. You just want to go there and harass him because you think he's a Nazi because the other side, the opposition, says he is. I think he's a Christian. He doesn't condone violence. He doesn't condone going to knock on people's doors and hurt them, going to shoot them. He could be an asshole in other ways, but doesn't give anybody the right to harass. The cop gets out of the car and he's like, what happened here, ma'am? And the man's like, well, first off, I just gotta let you know, he's a Nazi. He's a known white supremacist.
His name is Nick Fuentes, and he is a white supremacist, proudly. He's the white supremacist that coined the phrase, your body by choice.
That in her head was her justification. She was thinking if she said that and led with that to the cop was gonna be like, oh, carry on. Harass people. Carry on. What? Because you think the guy's a certain way, it's okay, and then you try to justify it to the cop, which you're f***ing wrong. It's the reason why he didn't get arrested or anything like that. You're just reading a headline. You're dumb. You don't look into it. You're like, he's a Nazi. Gotta punch a Nazi in the face. That's what the media told me. And then you go and do some stupid shit. That's the reason why a lot of people are getting shot, and it's usually coming from the left. Oh, real quick, check this one out, because people are like playing with that video. This shit's hilarious.
Get over here!
Yeah, that was great. You know, I'm afraid of AI, but I love AI, and for that reason. Let's get to the topic of The Boys, season 5 so far. I like it. I didn't like The Boys, actually. Like, the first season, when I watched the first season, I thought it was dope as hell. And I think everybody thought it was dope as hell. Season 2 and on, I was like, fuck this show. Because, again, I'm trying to go watch a show. And escape reality. I don't want politics at that time. I want a show about superheroes and being piece of shits, you know, like, because that's, I don't know, that's what they advertise, right? Because it's supposed to be like an opposite of the Justice League, you know. But they're making Homelander Trump. They're checking every box. They're showing wieners all over the place. I'm like, fuck this show. They got their corporate fingers in it, so they're ruining it, you know. So I stopped watching it. And I heard season 5 was actually pretty good. And I was like, all right, well, I'll check it out. So I watched it, and I was like, okay, I actually like it. Even though they're still trying to check some boxes. I think they calmed down, you know, since the mandate when Trump won or whatever. And I'm not defending Trump or anything in this episode or nothing like that. There's a bunch of shit that he's doing wrong lately that I'm like, all in all, I mean, I think he was better than Kamala. But anyways, back to the point is they make Homelander like Trump. And they make his followers like Trump, you know. And they're doing it in this season. Not as bad, though. They kind of backed off a little bit. And I like that because now I'm just seeing a story of a corrupt superhero group doing some crazy ass shit and the opposition trying to stop them. It's cool. And I like that they brought back Soldier Boy. He's such an asshole that you like him. It's funny. You know, they're kind of keeping it more for a story. I don't know. I mean, they didn't finish the season so far, so who knows what type of, like, liberal propaganda push that they push in it. So far, I kind of like it, man. The last one I seen was the one where they, like, wiped out Seth Rogen, guy that played McLovin and shit like that, which that dude's getting old. He's all, like, fat in the face and shit. I mean, whatever, we all age, but I don't know. I was just shocked because last time I seen McLovin, he looked like a damn kid, and I don't know. Anyways, long story short, spoilers, I thought it was hilarious that they kind of, like, killed all them celebrities in that episode. I thought it was funny. It kind of made me think of that movie that they all did together a long time ago. I think it was called, like, This Is the End or something like that. Kind of made me think of that. It was entertaining. I thought it was dope, man. I thought they did a pretty good job with it. You know, I'm looking forward to the next episode. I mean, probably by the time this episode airs, I'm already going to be on the next episode. So, but anyway, so far, to me, so good. I'll say trash from season 2 to season 4, but with all the stupid ass, heavy, retarded ass propaganda that they were pushing. And I'm watching season 5 right now, and you know, there's propaganda. It's there. There's propaganda. I mean, oh, and especially too, like here's another piece of the propaganda. They're making Homelander is like, I'm God. You know, so people are like, holy shit, this dude's like acting like he's God. And it's kind of funny, and it's kind of ironic too, because Trump did that post like he was like Jesus, you know, like healing someone, which I thought was stupid as hell. You don't push something like that. And also, like, if I don't know what religion Trump really is, but it seems like Christianity, like, loves him. Why would you put something like that out? Number one, that would make the left go, see? And then on top of that, like, his followers, because he's losing his base, you know, right now. Doing some shit like that's going to make you lose your base. I mean, not only starting a war with Iran and doing all this other dumb shit, you know, you're fucking off your base, and you know, we're gonna get smashed in the midterms. They're trying to basically punch at the conservatives with that show, but not as much. But anyways, I would say go ahead and check it out for yourself, see what you think. I personally actually like this season of The Boys. Anyways, that's it. Let's get into the jabroni of the week. The jabroni is Mambas. You know that candy, Mambas? It's actually kind of good. I like it, but why all the wrappers? Oh, cool. Got some Mambas. Open it up. Shit. There's 4 separately wrapped flavors. Oh, I'll just open it up and get to my candy. Shit. Each candy has a wrapper on it. I'm going to open up each wrapper. Your fingers are all messed up. F you, Mambas. You're the jabroni of the week, Mambas. Get your shit together. Tune in next week with a new episode every single Wednesday. Make sure you go to ServidiOhs.com, get yourself some merch, and remember, you didn't see this. Now get at it.
You wanna buy the merch? Get it now. Get it all. Get a hoodie, look goody in the mall. Now you roll up on the mob, looking good like you bought all the stock. And the shock when you show 'em what you got. Hey man, where'd you get that shirt? I wanna get me